What's up, everybody? Today I want to talk about some of the Stanley Adventure Series products that I have and that I've used, and what I like, what I don't like, and a couple of modifications. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, the Stanley Adventure Series cook kits and some of their other products. There's a lot of them. There's coffee brewers, like French presses, a few different style of water bottles. Several of them are double wall insulated. There are a couple that are single wall stainless steel. These are the ones that I have and have used. I used to have one other, but I recently gave it away. It was the 27-ounce single wall stainless steel bottle. That was also included in a giveaway a few months back. But I don't have one of those to show you here, but here are the ones I do have, and these are the ones that I used. And I have to enjoy my coffee. So let's take a look at these. Let's take a look at, this has the most components. So let's look at this one first. This is the Adventure Series Prep and Cook Set. It's all stainless steel. What you get is, right off the bat, you can see, you get a 1.5 liter pot that does have, I don't know if you can pick, graduation markings on the side in ounces and milliliters. The typical kind of handle that you see on a lot of the Stanley sets. The same green flip-top lid, which I'll talk about in a second. You get a vented lid. And you get all this other great stuff. Let's set the pot off to the side. Alright, so what do we get? You get two 20-ounce plastic bowls. All the plastic components are BPA free. Two 20-ounce bowls and two vented lids. Again, the idea being that you can pour, whatever you're working with. Two bowls, and I believe the lids can also counter as a cutting board surface, so you can prepare whatever you need to cut some vegetables, whatever you need to do. And then you also get this kind of contraption looking thing. Oh, what is it? It is a ladle. Again, with a pour stop, and I guess this kind of as a strainer kind of pouring device. And you get a spatula. And the handles themselves are kind of interchangeable, so to speak, where you can make the handle much longer if you need to be. You could even hook them together, so as you kind of just have a two-way kind of thing going, if that's what you wanted to do. This, in my opinion, is a great car camping option. It's a little bulky to carry in a backpack, but obviously if you wanted to, you could. It's a great set, again, for two people. Obviously you get the two bowls, the big pot, a lid. I don't know how to backpack with it, but you could if you wanted to. So there's, that's always an option. I have to remember how to fit in there. What don't I like about it? A couple minor things. I'd like the pot to have had, and you can do, all of these can be modified to do yourself, but I'd like to have seen the pot with a couple of holes in it, So you could put a bail on it and you could hang it from a tripod over the fire. And the plastic lid, or the plastic kind of tab here, I'll get back to that. They do make a larger version of this. I believe it includes it includes 2 pots, 4 bowls, and a frying pan. So obviously that's more geared towards a 4-person kind of cook set. It's bigger. This I think goes for in the neighborhood of about less than $30, I believe. The bigger set I think is closer to $50. Again, two steel pots, 4 bowls, and really with this, the only thing, as far as a complete 2-person cook set, the only thing you really need are going to be utensils and cups. And I'll get back to that in a moment as well. So that is the Stanley Prep and Cook set. Prep being prepare your foods, and cook, and dine for that matter. Staying with the cook set idea, everyone's seen this, everyone knows what these are. The Stanley Adventure Cook Set. You get a 20-ounce plus pot, again with graduations there on the side, and you can see this is seeing a lot of love. Cleaning up as best I can, but you know, scars are kind of cool, I guess. And you get 2 cups. Again, BPA plastic, same material as the bowls in this set. A little heavier though, probably for insulation purposes. Now when I take this out when it's just me, I usually just bring 1 cup. And either put a Trangia stove in here, or if there's, or if I'm going to use some sort of gas stove, I can put the gas canister in here. And this is probably the most used cook set that I have. You know, it's not titanium, so it's not ultra lightweight, but man, this thing hardly weighs anything. And I use this to make my coffee. I use this to boil water for whether it's like a dehydrated meal or to purify water. Again, vented lid, so you can drain off any liquid if you're making anything for that matter, pasta, which you can easily do in one of these. You can cook soup, stews, all sorts of things. But yeah, this is probably my most used cook set. Again, it's not ultra lightweight, but it's just so versatile. It's so well made. I just always end up going back to this. What I don't like, again, it'd be really cool if there were a couple holes in it to put a bail on it, but that's not the end of the world. And there's a couple of modifications I've seen online where people will kind of cut a groove so it locks in, say, like this position, or no, it actually would lock in like this position, kind of straight up, so you could dangle it. You could dangle it by the lever right here. I haven't done that modification, but it's a pretty good one. Now, the green tab. It may not be such a big deal on this because I don't know if you're going to actually necessarily just set this in the coals of the fire. You're most likely going to set this on some sort of cooktop, a grill, something like that. A grate, something you put over rocks. This one, I regularly put this directly into the fire. And I've seen it for a long time. The plastic is going to melt. The plastic's going to melt. Well, after about 3 years of using this thing, it finally happened. I kind of got away from me, walked away from the fire, the flame started licking up over it, and it melted the plastic piece. Easy fix with just a split key ring. There's a couple of ways you can do the key ring kind of mod. You can just loop it all the way through so it just kind of flops back and forth and dangles. However, what I did was, I don't know how well the camera can pick this up, I only put it halfway through, so only one of the split rings is actually through the little center loop there. What that allows is, it folds flat, but it goes up and it stays up. You don't have to worry about getting in there when it's hot and trying to lift that thing up and pull it up. This way it stays up. And that's a great little modification. So I guess what they say is eventually, if you use one of these enough, it is going to happen. And in my case, it did happen. So the Stanley Adventure Cook Set, you can pick these up at Walmart for less than $15. A great investment. And for a car camping situation, if it's 2 people, you get one of these, which gives you the 2 pots or the 2 bowls, you know, a 1.5 liter pot coupled with this, which gives you the 2 cups. The only thing you need to add are maybe a couple of those plastic light my fire spork things, and you've got a complete cook set. You've got cups for beverages, plates for your actual food. So in a car camping situation, you couple these 2 together, 2 people, you're good to go. So that's the 2 kind of cook items. Now this next item, I guess I kind of love and hate this. And hate's a bad word because it is what it is. But this is the Stanley Adventure Series Steel Canteen. 1.1 quarts, which is basically 1 liter. 2-stage lid. Wide mouth for filling it. You could put ice in there, whatever you want. There's a rubber gasket inside the lid. Some people have had some issues with these falling out, so I just always, if I take the lid off before I put it on, I just make sure it's there. But you know, when it's tight, it doesn't leak. I've never had this leak on me at all. And then the second stage of the lid is this, for drinking. So you just have kind of that small mouth for taking a drink when you're walking down the trail. Again, 18/8 stainless steel. Really heavy construction on the bottom. The sides are a little thinner, but you know, you can hear that. But you know, unless you're really beating on it, I don't think there's gonna be a problem. And even if you do dent it, I don't think it's gonna break. Mine has a couple of dents in it from falling down a few times. Use this a lot. In fact, when my sons go with me, my one son, this is his go-to container. He uses this all the time. Now the shoulder strap, I've modified. Normally, this is the same strap that came with it, but normally it's just looped through these and then sewn, which is fine until if you need to put this in a fire to boil to disinfect your water. Then the straps are an issue because, you know, they're bound to catch on fire. How do you keep them up and out of the way away from the fire? So what I did was I cut them off, added, you know, this little tensioner, tightener thing, and a couple of these, I'm not sure what they're called, just, you know, clips, carabiner kind of things, and on both sides. So now the strap is easily removed to put into the fire. Obviously, you take the plastic lid off before you put it in the fire. But that modification just, it works out great. It doesn't change the, you know, the way it carries or anything like that. It's a little clanky, but that's no big deal to me. And I think this is also in the neighborhood of, I think, like $25. The product I don't have here that I talked about was the 27-ounce single-wall steel canteen. It's a very nice product. It's only 27 ounces. I wish it was 30, but it's not. But still, I've used it. I put it in a fire. If you watched my Walmart gear overnight video, you saw I had it in the fire. Mainly just to boil the water and melt some ice is what I needed to do because it was cold that morning. Very similar style lid, kind of a 2-stage lid. It's not like this. It's, you know, it's big here and also big on top, and you can unscrew the top, and you've got the same style of. You've got the same spout, and then you take the whole thing off, and you've got a wide mouth bottle. And that you can pick up for under $10 at Walmart. So that's a steal. The same 18/8 stainless steel construction. Probably the same thickness, I believe. But that's a very nice product also, especially if you're on a budget. Final thoughts. Again, you know, unless you're ultralight and ounces mean everything to you, you just can't beat this for a single person, even 2 people, because like I said, you do get the 2 cups. Or you can do like I do, take 1 cup out, throw in your Trangia stove, you know, a bottle of alcohol. There's plenty of room to add a couple more items in that. Great car camping option, kind of a base camp setup. In fact, I think the four-person version of this is actually called the base camp prep and cook set, the 4-person version. Great canteen. There's a lot of stainless steel canteens on the market. Now, all of these products are made in China. That stinks, right? It's Stanley, you know, they've got a history of being an American company. That's true. However, the cost, this is my understanding as it is, the cost and manufacturing of any sort of stainless steel container especially, it just doesn't work in the US. It would just be too expensive. They just would not be competitive. And I don't, especially in the way of water bottles and canteens, I'm not sure you can even find a single wall stainless steel American made bottle. You may, and if you have one or know of one, please post it in the comment section below because I'd love to check them out. So there you have it. My Stanley Adventure products that I own, use pretty regularly, and enjoy. And with a couple of modifications, you can make them even better. This is PA Outdoors. Please like, share, comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. Get outdoors. I know I've been having a heck of a hard time finding time to get outdoors and do much of anything. But get out there and enjoy yourself. But remember, be safe out there. Thanks for watching.